Hello everyone, welcome back. We are here for some more, of course, Kubera, or One Last God. Picking up from where we left off last time, after that very long read-through session. An hour and a half, was it? Who knows how long this will be? Will it be the same amount of time? Depends how invested I get. We'll find out as we start cooking with this, shall we? Also, thank you everyone that put me back in line with my just aimless ramblings of stuff that is just wrong. I appreciate it. You remind me of things I forget and rein me in when I start going a bit mental. So yes, thank you for that. Anyway, let us carry on, shall we? I actually don't know who's saying this first line. Could be fucking anyone, really, could it? While we were here, something happened on Wilvrav and everyone's in danger. We need to get back, now.
If Wilvrav is in danger, is it Sagara? It wasn't a bluff when she said she was planning something.
What do I do?
Rana! But doesn't it take a few days to return the way we came? It might be too late by then.
But there's no other way!
Conscious had the largest temple of chaos in the entire universe. Before Kali's disappearance, this temple was her base. It supposedly had a path that was connected to every water channel in the planet.
What? Why didn't you tell me that sooner?
How could I? When you weren't telling me what your conversation was about. I can't even see my brother's double. And I had no idea what was going on. You're the one who said we needed to set off for the water channel.
Season 3, episode 89. Crime and Punishment 16. Of course we can't go back the way we came. Ron, let me finish. Don't run off by yourself like that.
A path connected to all the water channels in the universe? Why didn't we use that to get here then? It would have been way faster.
No, it's a one-way path. It can't be used to get to a water channel, but it can be used to get to a water channel, not the other way around.
Why though?
Because the water channels were created by the primeval god Brahma. And this path is the work of my mother. With the power of order and creation, one can distort space, but not time. That is the limit to Brahma's power.
You're difficult to understand today.
What I mean is that my mother's item is on a higher dimension.
I don't get what that means either.
Can you three stand on the platform for now?
Hey, come up here and stand on the platform. Wow, this place is decorated to look like outer space.
It's not decorated, it's space itself. Be careful, I'm gonna track Planet Wilvrav's present. If you fall off the platform halfway through, there's no way back. It's impossible to track where you've fallen.
How do you know all of this? I know it's your mother's creation, but did you have a chance to learn how to use it? Your mother told you about this as well?
Well, my mother wanted me to follow in her footsteps one day. I think she wanted to teach me as much as possible before then.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely not Kali just operating this at all. That'd never be the case. At all. No. That could never, that's impossible, obviously.
I think we found it. This is it.
What the fuck? What? You said you were looking for Wilvrav. Where?
It's been destroyed. The gods have returned to their realm, and all the other creatures are dead.
No. As it. No. As fucking if.
It looks like they decided to sacrifice one planet to stop a bigger danger.
What the hell are you saying?
Ron, calm down. Let him go first.
You want me to calm down? You just said Wilvrav was destroyed. Maybe you can calm down since you don't have any family left. Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know why
No, Ron, I understand. I've been in your position, so I know how you must feel. Still, calm down for now and listen to what Yuta... Don't get so worked up. It's not like you can bring dead people back to life by shouting, "Oi! Run!"
Okay, I'll calm down. That kid. I thought he was okay for Asura, but now I get it. Asura is Asura. You had me fooled. That's all.
There's still a way to reverse things. As I said before, this item can distort time as well. We can go back, we can go to Wilvrav before it was destroyed, but at what cost, Kali?
Then take us back to where before we set off!
No, we can't go back that far. It's a bit dangerous since we might encounter our past selves, and we don't have enough fragments to power us that far. All things considered, it would be better to go back to Wilvrav as it was 2 days ago. 2 days after we left the city.
Okay, let's go back right now. We can return to the city straight away. Alert everyone and prepare.
It's ready. We just need to pass through the portal. But before that, we have to decide which one of us will go first.
Does it matter? It's all of us, if all of us are gonna go anyway.
The item was originally made for the use of my mother alone. It can't transport several people at the same time. Once one person steps through, history itself changes. My calculations and adjustments are necessary for the next person to go through and meet the previous person. It might even be that they never meet. Frustrated not being able to hear a fucking word. Right, then, Yuta, what do you think? Who do you think should go through first? If I tell you the answer, will you believe me? Think about it, Lise. I think my mother's goal here will be to replace the destruction of one planet with the destruction of the universe.
Lise, I'll go first.
No. I will. I know things that you don't know. It would be better for me to go through first. I'll make preparations and wait for you. See you soon.
Crime and Punishment. End. Next chapter. Soul.
Yeah. I knew. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love Kali's machinations. They are delectable. Anyway. Serious time. Ah, this place again. I'll have to start again from the beginning. Season 3, Episode 90. Soul 1. Another failed attempt. Another failed attempt, huh? Yes, I spent quite a lot of time wandering, but it was another dead end. To think Claude's unconscious mind is creating these dreams. Don't strain yourself. Take it slowly. At least there doesn't seem to be any more danger lurking in his dreams. All you need to do is find Claude's consciousness somewhere in that maze. Run, Seraph, you bastard! If you come back! Where did that bottle come from? The temple had alcohol? Agwen went outside to buy it. What? Why does she think she can... Miss Tio, would you look at these papers? It's Mr. Sierra's job, but, the temple magicians took care of most of the paperwork, but I think you might need to look at these. Okay, give those to me and take Rana out of here. Rumors concerning the missing priest, Sierra Claude, and priest to be, Ran. 2. Rumors concerning the bearer of the Sword of Return, Lise Heiss. Rumors concerning the half that the gods are protecting, Ruva. Who? Am I supposed to remember who? Was that Maruda's fake name? I don't... Is Ruva being properly guarded? Yes, I think he's in solitary confinement. Ah, now I remember.
I asked the guards and they said he normally stays completely silent. Agni and Chandra visit him occasionally to ask him questions, but other than that, Agni and Chandra aren't here at the moment, are they? No, Chandra has returned to Rin Hollow and Agni has gone somewhere with Princess Brilith.
Priestess, not princess.
Right. Okay.
What are you gonna do, Deo? What has piqued your interest? Okay. Let's go. Hold on. We should have investigated this place sooner. We forgot it along with Sagara's existence. If Sagara is back, she would have checked this place first. I don't know if there's anything left worth seeing. Sagara would have exterminated any clues that could be used against her. I don't know, that bubble there might have been Brilith, but whatever.
This planet has made a lot more progress than I thought. Don't you feel the traces, Agni? This is what you know best.
It felt so similar that I didn't notice.
At least it wasn't used to develop weapons in earnest. Whether destroyed by the Nastika or driven to a self-destructive war by the gods, is the fate of humans to be removed when they become a threat. At any rate, the energy wasn't used for destruction alone. There was another force acting in the center, and the energy was used up while spreading that force over a larger area. I would have guessed that Asha Rahiro was standing in the center, and Sagara and the Ananta clan were surrounding her. Ananta would have been in the process of being summoned. I suspect Asha used a Holy Vishnu spell on Ananta here. As a result, the summoning was cancelled and Asha disappeared as a side effect of the spell. Lise told us about Saha's research. If Saha was correct, only Asha should disappear as a consequence of Holy Vishnu. But, because of the explosion, everything within the radius of impact was affected.
And that's why Sagara also disappeared.
Not only Sagara, but the surrounding Ananta and the environment around them. This isn't what the Earth looks like after an explosion. The area instead has disappeared.
Then, if the crater has not been filled even though Sagara is back...
It means things do not return to the place of disappearance. The place Sagara told Maruna about seems more likely. Did Maruna have any other information?
No, it seems Sagara gave Maruna instructions without informing him about the underlying purpose.
So he's no use to us on that front either. Maybe we should have just killed him.
You still think that? Is it just me or does Agni look paler? Maybe it's just the lighting, but Agni looks sheet white here.
Of course. He has killed countless humans without hesitation and feels no remorse for his actions. He is only surrendered temporarily for the sake of his own development. He's of little help to us, while he is still in the 4th stage.
Why the fuck have I developed hiccups? Out of nowhere. Inconvenient.
But letting him develop only means creating another enemy. It is best to use him and kill him when we are done. There's nothing more for us to see here. It would be better to visit the place Sagara mentioned.
Will it be okay? Sagara told Maruna knowing I would use insight on him. It means she wanted to lead me there.
Well, the Sagara is... Whatever Sagara is planning, she won't be a threat to you, unless Ananta suddenly appears. Nothing on this planet can stand against you.
I'm worried about your safety. Whether I take you with me or leave you behind. It's dangerous.
I am no longer the weak summoner that required your protection, Agni. So your worries are...
Oh?
What is it? Sagara or some other Ananta?
No, I don't think it's Asura. Don't attack it just yet. Wait. Lise? God, the cracks in the bracelet are very apparent, aren't they? She's now going to have to communicate timey-wimey nonsense. And it's likely she's going to have to convey Kali's influence, isn't it? Lise?
Agni, Princess Brilith? Why are you outside the water channel?
So, this is one of the channel entrances. It must have been buried in the explosion 7 years ago.
The explosion 7 years ago. Ah, I remember. I used this path then as well.
Probably why Ali chose it.
I wonder why the Sura were gathered near the cave. So it was a channel entrance.
Which means they had a reason for needing to use a channel at the time.
Miss Lees, why did you suddenly come back? Is the rest of your party on the way? Ah, that's... Miss Lees?
Can it be you can't speak? If you can't speak in front of me, there aren't many gods that fit the bill. The most likely is probably Kali.
Did Kali do something? Are the others in danger? I need to speak. I need to tell them. This can't be happening. I came back so that I could tell them.
Right.
I need to tell them, however I can.
Stop, Lees. Don't force yourself to speak.
Yes, Miss Lees, although you can't explain the details, I understand that something has happened, and you really want to tell us. If we take it slowly and talk about other things, we may be able to work out what is going on. Both of you, thank you.
The problem isn't us. It's someone else.
Chandra, he won't stand this.
If he tries to harm you, I can't stop that. But I can't stop him from being suspicious of you.
Miss Lees, whatever others think of you and say to you, whatever suspicions fall on you, don't take things to heart. In a situation like this, people are bound to be suspicious of you. Kali may be intending exactly that kind of conflict and discourse, so bear with it. However sharp his tongue, Chandra is a god we need to cooperate with. I understand.
Season 3, Episode 91, Soul 2. Stay hydrated. Ooh, Swiss roll. Tasty.
You should eat something, otherwise you'll starve to death. Half. Ruva, you're a half, aren't you? You were living in the half village when I told you to come to the city with me. Did you? You did. I only knew you for a short time, but I thought you were nice enough and good at adapting. But now I hear a strange rumor that you're the Sura that attacked Calibloom 7 years ago. And that since Godhava halves lost control at the time, perhaps you're the Nastika who has emotional resonance with them. Godhava. Do you believe that? As the head of the Fighters Guild and Priestess of Chaos, I think it's a reasonable suspicion. But on a personal level, there are some things that bother me. Why did you come with me to the city that day? If you were really a weak Nastika hiding in the village, you should have never followed me. You had many possible excuses, that you feared city life, or that you hated humans. You could have given a half-life excuse, and refused my offer.
A half-like, not half-life.
Or could have used that Garuda clan Rakshasa as an excuse. Ah, you know that Runa who has been with you? He's been revealed to be a Rakshasa. There are people who remember him from 7 years ago. Yes, I heard. Owen says the Rakshasa must have been threatening you and making you help him. She told me that you gave her directions 7 years ago. Yes, I helped Elwyn 7 years ago. Yes, I see. If all of that is true then, would you take a look at this?
Got phlegm in my throat.
Elwyn, what's that book? You keep writing in. You said you were done with your homework. Ah, Miss Teo asked me to do something for her. Some writing for her. Writing? What writing? Her diary? She asked you to write her diary? How strange. She normally hates writing. That's why she asked me. She wanted to write past diary entries, so I dug through my memories and wrote it in Miss Teo's voice. I said to write it so it sounded like me. This is what you were like at the time. Do you think the rumors that you that he was your secret lover, came out of nowhere? If you were... if you were really writing back then, you could have written worse.
Yeah, no, she absolutely could have.
He said he was 20... He said he has 20 years of cooking experience. And his cooking is really amazing.
Kill me.
20 years means he's older than I thought he was, but who cares? I'm probably older than he is. He's seriously today as well. I don't write in my diary every day, so the entries are spaced out. But you can see the pattern, right? Look how happy I am, totally oblivious to what's about to happen. Isn't the whole apple peeling episode really funny? Yes, it's a funny story. Right. If this is what I wrote down in my diary, imagine how much more happened. It's such a shame I don't have those memories. You don't remember? No, I died 7 years ago during the attack, and I was revived by Hodi Vishnu. If the calculations were correct, I was supposed to have returned to just before I died, with no memory problems. But there was an error because of the calculation disruptions in the area. So, the last memory I have is of patrolling the outside of the city with Alwyn. Just before meeting that man, as it happens. So I have no memory of him at all. I see. But why are you showing me this? Because 7 years ago, during the attack, people saw him. He was at the scene where the fighters from the guild were murdered. And he disappeared, protected by the Garuda Rakshasa. You're a half who has been with the Rakshasa until recently. Do you really not know anything about that man?
No, of course he doesn't. Of course he doesn't, Teo. He has never known anything about Maruna. Ever at all. Not even once. He could never. And he obviously, God have, is not the type to snake him out. Right? Right.
She remembers nothing about me. I acknowledge that I'm the man she speaks of. It's obvious what will happen. Suspicion will turn to contempt. You will look at me cloudily, like Agni's woman.
Coldly, not cloudily? What the fuck would that even mean?
And then, I won't be... I don't know anything. Really? You've no trace of the man since you met the Rakshasa? And the Rakshasa never mentioned him at all? No, the Rakshasa just abducted me so that you could pretend we were half-brothers. I don't even know much about him. Didn't Elwyn tell you?
Yeah.
Yes, Elwyn did say she heard him say that. So you know, that's the truth. I was used, that's all. You said yourself, Miss Teo, that if I am an Astika, there are things that don't make sense. It's a ridiculous idea. Is it? Phew, I think she believes me. I have to thank Maruna for saying that.
Nah.
I did well to lie. Teo is the only human who has ever made me feel guilty. This is a part of trying to maintain a friendly relationship with her. Manaka, look at me. I'm still trying. Well then, this has nothing to do with you. But let me ask another question.
Just knowing that Kali has done something to her makes this oh so delicious.
If there is a way I can recover my memories of him, what should I do?
That's not what I thought she was going to ask. Honestly, I don't know what I thought she was going to ask, but it wasn't that. Season 3, episode 92. Soul?
You asked Ron about Hodi Vishnu. So, that's why you wanted to talk to me again? Anyway, I'm glad you did well. I'm glad you did, Miss Teo. You're not in the same situation as me. It's only been 7 years. You can still consider going back.
Oh, this is Irie. Fuck.
My brother made this chance for me, but since I don't want to use it. It will reverse everything and bring back your old soul. Your lost memories. Your lost memories will be restored as well. If my old soul comes back, will I still be myself? Do you think the old soul is Teo, and you're not? Just like you don't think I was the real Irie? No. I'm Teo. Teo Rakan. I just don't remember the months leading to my death. But I have all my other memories from childhood until now. Who else would I be but Teo Rakan?
I don't know.
If that's what you think, you don't need to worry that you might become someone else. Whatever soul you have, you're still yourself, Miss Teo. What do you think I should do? I think it doesn't matter either way, but since I chose to live on like this, I hope you will also value your present over your past. Why did you tell me all of this then? If you hadn't told me, I would have been perfectly content to live like this. I thought you should have the chance to choose, and I don't know whether you would feel differently. If you can't decide alone, perhaps you should ask the people around you what they think.
Maybe you should inform her of what soul she has. Maybe that would influence her decision just a little bit. Because whether you were paying attention to the lake or not is different. But I imagine you were, right? That was the whole point. Right? Maybe, just speak.
The memories you lost 7 years ago? You know a way of getting them back? You're asking for my opinion. I don't know, I guess. Of course you should recover your memories! I shouldn't appear too excited. Because, isn't it better to remember things if you can? There might be things you didn't write down in your diary. Even if it means losing the 7 years since my resurrection? Should I get back my memories of him, even if it means giving up 7 years worth of memories? Is it a question you need to think about?
Oh, hold on.
Is it a question you need to think about? Okay. Tell me the next time we meet then. I don't have time to sit here for long. I need to get going. Wait, why are you asking me this? Instead of the people you know well. Everyone else took it lightly, but you look like you were thinking about my question seriously. I look forward to your answer. Until next time, then. Was she pleased? Because I took her question seriously. This is good. I'll have to think about what answer to give.
Are you done, President?
No way! You want to throw away 7 years for those few months? Those memories aren't worth that much, Miss Teo.
So basically, it means you're losing 7 years of progress? Why'd you want to do that? I think you are perfect as you are here and now, Teo. All them said without even a moment of hesitation that I should choose my present over my past. But you could not decide. You alone. Weighed those fleeting memories against my 7 years. God, Hava.
She knows. I mean, yeah, of course she did. But, obviously he will weigh those 7 years, because those 7 years... 7 years against those few months, because those few months are much more matter more to him than those 7 years do to him. Is it in respect to you? Your 7 years are less valuable than those few months from his perspective, realistically speaking. But Galhava's changed. He's not as selfish as he once was. He will consider things. He will think. He'll not, exist to satiate his own desire, as it were.
Does Galhava trouble you so much? You haven't stopped looking in that direction since we arrived in Calibloom.
I wasn't looking at him, but...
It's fine. It'll be faster if I talk. Please, first of all, this isn't even a god-level item, much less God Kubera's item. It must have been Kali who lied to you about this, right? I don't know what else that goddess told you, but I think it's likely that what you're trying so desperately to convey to us will turn out to be another one of Kali's lies.
Thing is, one of you put it very well, that Kali doesn't necessarily lie. I just got a comment, hold on. I'm actually going to spend time reading this real quick. It's literally a comment on the last video. I will read it and possibly even respond to it in real time. Yes, indeed. The fact that Crime and Punishment ties in so perfectly to Frozen Tears is impeccable. That's the answer and my response to said comment. Instead of getting a reply, you'll get it in video. Isn't that cool? Anyway, what was my point? Yes, about Kali. One of you put it very well. Kali doesn't lie. Technically. She's just misleading with the truth. She's just, deceptively convincing. It's not even like an ability or a spell. It's just she's got a way with words, as it were. She knows how to play upon people's wants and their feelings to guide them to give an answer and a result that she wants, while also making it feel like it's something that they want as well. So I do think that those probably are worth something. I don't think Kali was necessarily telling a lie. It's just that when she told that, when she said that they were a god, the point in time at which they were a god level item, they might have been. But now, a few months back, who knows? I wonder where God Kubera is right now, because he would have been, sucked up by the Hoti Vishnu. He was there. Yeah, we saw him on, not Wilvrav. That's where we are. Not Carp. That's been kaputted. Planet with the temple that we were just on. We've seen him there, but that's a couple of months ahead of now. Just saying. Season 3, episode 93, Soul 4. Because remember, history changes by setting one back. So, just some flagging that I'm going to do. You might have heard that tapping. That was because I hit my desk and the pop filter swung a little bit. It's doing it again. Fuck! Just, hold on. There, that'll manage that.
You may have been deceived into being separated from your party. Perhaps it would have been better to decide more carefully. Did you not have enough time?
No, she didn't. And also, this is one thing as well that happens with Kali. Whenever anyone engages with Kali, despite how incredibly good at doing what she does, despite being incredibly skilled at deceiving people, people's like, oh, you got deceived by Kali? Really? You let that happen? Really? It's like a whole thing. If she wasn't good at doing it, she wouldn't be a problem, would she? Hiya. So, I feel like people look down on Kali's victims a bit more than they really should.
Could also have been a lie, but if it was true, Kali could have disappeared while I hesitated, and we'd have lost our only way to save our planet to turn back time. I just wanted to prevent the worst. Okay, I understand, so don't force yourself to speak if you can't.
The worst? The destruction of the universe?
Probably.
No! The planet. Not even remotely the worst case outcome. And Kali is definitely the type to trade a planet for a universe. Happily. She would happily trade, yeah, you can keep this planet for a little bit as long as I get my end goal of fucking annihilating everything. And Agni, that look from Agni is somewhat understanding.
One's perceived world changes depending on one's life experience. We've lived on several different planets. But that's not true for you, is it? Please.
That's it! What I saw was... You saw a specific future in which this planet was destroyed?
You can use insight on Lee's while she's like this? No, but it was just a feeling. I don't think the two of us are necessary here. What do you think, Priestess?
Fine. There are other things we need to take care of. Splitting up will be more efficient than all of us focusing on this.
Please, do you want to sit down? Staying tense won't make our problem any easier to solve.
God Agni, Kali...
We were well acquainted, once. By the look on your face, you already know. Well, the conclusion is... that I'm not enemies with Kali. I'm also Vishnu's friend, and Brahma made me an item. Please, this war isn't the kind that you can easily be divided into my side and yours. In any ordinary card game, each player has cards in their hand, and there may be cards on the table. But in this game, there is so much cheating, putting one's card in someone else's hands, stealing cards, fighting other players over a card until it's almost ripped to pieces.
Notice how he's become pale as well now. He's like taken on more of his like fiery form again.
But the bigger tragedy is, there is even a card that believes itself to be a player of the game.
Remember in Season 2, when Claude read Ash's fortune? Also very clever from Agni's. Very true with what Agni says about this situation. Necessarily making Kali your enemy might not be the best play.
Ryagara, are you awake?
Sagara?
You're the last. You were Wiko. The Wiko ones all died, so I recruited some help from other clans. This is enough for us to start again, don't you think?
Cloche.
She would have died if she was there, but luckily, she escaped the explosion because she was out looking for Clof.
Because Kubera dragged her away. And her is now mad sus. Oh, I love this. I bloody love this. Luckily, huh? Oh. Oh, my sweet, sweet Sagara, if only you knew.
Cloche, Clove, and Hura have all survived.
Yes, I see. I'm glad.
Now, for that human who did this to us. We're waiting to kill it the moment it returns, but since it hasn't yet, it may have returned ahead of us.
Has there been any reported any information? Has there been no information reported among the humans? The return of such a magician would have been remarked upon.
We've been collecting quite a bit of information, but so far, nothing. We, who disappeared along with the human, are fully aware of its existence, but everyone else is still uncertain about it.
Barring Lee's, of course. And presumably Yuta. It was Yuta as well. Yuta is also aware of her. I think. I'm pretty sure he was, if my memory serves me correct, but
Then it's possible the human has not returned.
Which is why we can't leave this place yet. We have to consider the possibility that the human may appear.
I'm sorry for saying this when I was late returning, but what will happen if we stay here and the gods or that half-dragon attack this place?
That would be fortunate. Look over there, Ryagara.
Taraka! It's dangerous, Sagara!
You don't need to protect me, Ryagara. There are cards to use, as we see fit.
That's some thotty, isn't it? Or the hood. Oh, fuck. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah. I feel it. I see the vision. I think. Honestly, it'd be really funny if like Korrigan put out like a tweet or something, or like, I don't know if they have Twitter, but put out like a message of just a massive spoiler for like the end of the series as just like an oracle to some random person. But yeah, this is how the series is gonna end. They just wouldn't know what the fuck it meant. Like, it'd be really funny though. If I were writing a story like this complex, I would just fuck with someone that I knew liked the story and just, you know, spoil something that is just completely out of nowhere. You wouldn't even remotely be able to figure it out or conceive it or understand that it's a spoiler until it happened. Ah, Jesus, I'd fuck. That's just 'cause I'm a fucker, and not much of a writer.
Then, Agni, who do you think are the players in this war?
What do you think?
Perhaps it's a battle between Vishnu and Kali? It feels like everyone else is just being used.
Me? Too?
I'm sorry.
No, don't be. It's true. I'm being used. But Lise, at the very least, there are probably more players than just those two.
Thing is, the victim could be the victim is so many people. Like, I mean, the obvious one to consider is Asha, because of how possibly Vishnu spoke to her in her flashback, right? Referring to, you know, well, winning as a, I think, does he call her a player? I can't remember if he does, but if he does, then you're inclined to consider Asha the victim here, right? But it could very well also, I was gonna say it could be Lise, but Lise is almost a, would she consider herself being used? I'd imagine so, especially given that she considers it to be, on a cursory glance at least, at the top of her head, she considers it to be a war between Vishnu and Kali, and everybody else is just being used. That would include herself. So, Season 3, Episode 94, Soul 5.
I've wandered too long in this dream. The experience time is too long. Everything outside this dream is fading like it happened decades ago. If I keep going, I'll be in danger. This dream has lasted a lot longer than my previous attempts, so it looks like I found the right path. I might not be so lucky with the next dream, so I'll keep going a while longer. Claude? That's definitely Claude as a child. I finally found him. Claude, wait! Claude! Claude! Please, stop! Claude! I can't do this. I know it's a dream. Been running non-stop for months. Damn Claude, making me suffer even in my dreams.
Oh. Who's saying that, I wonder? Get up, Lala Hemwati.
If you sleep here, you will die.
And Claude with you.
Another enemy? Just how many did Claude create?
whomst art thou? This is kind of how Claude appeared, to a degree in the, but then that's because he was trying to impersonate Lila, so maybe not.
For a modern human being, you have great skill in silent magic. Such skill was unwelcome even among...
I just had a fucking thought. But there's no way. It's unlikely.
Such skill was uncommon even among those of the ancient human race. It is not easy to fight all alone through long years, unexperienced time. He's speaking as though the humans are inferior. This may be the god that gave Claude his oracle, a solidified form of the memory. If Claude created this figure as a god, there is no way for me to defeat it.
You have good judgment, human. If you wish to find Claude, follow me, and do not try anything rash.
If this is Claude's memory of a god, conversing with it could tell me many things. Are you the divinity that gave Claude an oracle? The god of death, Yama?
Did Claude say so?
He hasn't said so directly, but Claude's sister was revived 5 years ago after she died. Surely the god of death is the only one capable of such a feat, and Claude has a triple death attribute.
Yes, Claude is the priest of death, and death is indeed the jurisdiction of Yama. Yama was delegated lesser work. Yama may have delegated lesser work to his underlings, but he takes care of important work personally. Outside interference is unlikely.
He speaks of Yama in the third person.
If there is someone capable of interfering, it would probably be someone Yama trusts implicitly. Bubblegum girl, whose name I don't remember.
This one's all done too, Yama.
Is it? Is it really now? Sorry to ask you to do this so suddenly. I thought I was nearly on track, but suddenly there was a pile of work. No worries, but aren't you gonna check? There's no need. Of course you would have made the right judgments.
You know, Yama, aren't you hearing quite a few summoning spells from the human realm?
Of course, many. I'm just ignoring them all. I don't have time to answer each and I don't have the leisure to answer each and every plea.
Yes, of course, you're always busy. But considering the situation these days, maybe you should answer one of the more important summons. I can take care of your work.
Important summons? Most humans who give up part of their lifespan to attempt a summoning are in a desperate situation. Their problems cannot be ranked in an order of relative significance. If I cannot be summoned by all of them, it is better to ignore them all.
Such a prude. Never a chink in his armor. It might be better to give up.
Oh god, so she's been tampering with death all along. Well, names at least. The names being written. And their judgments. Whether they go to hell or not.
Claude! What are you doing? You said you'd help me find Claude.
Why are you here, Lila Hamwadi? To wake Claude? Or to dig information from his dreams? If it is the former, I will give you Claude. Hold him, and end your dream tracking. Of course, that means you won't get any more information.
But what if I am here for information?
Then I have all the information you need. You only have to talk to me. And after our conversation is over, I will return Claude's lifespan to what it was. I lengthened his lifespan for my oracle, but it has now become unnecessary. Yeah, that was mentioned. Who the fuck is this? Is this Bubblegum? As I'm just going to call them because I don't remember the name. Is this Bubblegum so-and-so? Or is this someone else? I feel like the very blatant cut is a bait. But at the same time, maybe I'm just trying to metagame this too much because of how out of left field, but understandable. A lot of the twists are. You know, I feel like I don't know what to trust. I can't even trust my own eyes. The series does shit to you, man.
Then I will take Claude. Is that so? I expected you to give it more thought. If you think you can discover information from Claude after you wake him up, you're mistaken. I'm aware. That is why Chandra told me to track this dream. He said I was to find information while Claude was unconscious.
And by choosing to wake Claude instead of taking the information I can give you, are you not going against your god's will?
The will of a god does not determine my life.
Hardly persuasive. Most of your life has been shared by your oracle. Has been shaped by your oracle. Is it not because of Chandra's instructions that you lived living by your false name, Lila?
Have you considered why I followed the oracle? Because I like the god who caused my teacher to die? Or because I fear him? Or perhaps because I think he is in the right? If you really are a god, you should know instantly where my heart truly lies.
Does Chandra know this?
I suspect he does. He merely wants to deny it.
Season 3, Episode 95, Soul 6.
That one. He aspires to cold rationality,
but he has not lost his habit of falling headlong into anything which interests him. In that respect, he resembles my old friend. Perhaps that's why he loses every time. At any rate, I give you Claude, as I promised, and your answer today has pleased me. So I will give you that.
This.
Protect yourself. Your god does not have the strength to protect you wholly. In the future I see, you are dead.
Can this stop my death?
I do not know. There is no perfect solution when fighting those who exist above time. That item will merely open a few new possibilities. Whether any of them become real is up to you and those around you. Brahma? Maybe. Probably not, though. It's just an item, you know? Item that is good, probably Brahma. Yes.
Go. Claude. Go. Claude no longer needs to fulfill his oracle, so this maze-like unconscious is unnecessary. I'll take back the oracle I gave him, and with it, this darkness in his mind. Before you go, could you not tell me anything else to help me?
Did you not choose Chandra over Claude over my information?
Yes, but...
Fine. We will not have a chance to meet again like this, so I will tell you one more thing. What moved me today was your decision to save Claude instead of seeking information. You should never forget that part of you.
Did it work? This dream was even longer than the last one. Was it several years in dream time? Longer than that. It looks like I've succeeded in waking Claude at any rate. Lila. I told you not to use just her name. Priestess Lila. He's ill, Chandra. Don't. What do you mean, ill? He was perfectly fine, just asleep, and now he's awake. Wait. You... What's wrong? What did you do? I told you to get information! It was a long dream. Using insight will be more convenient for you. I see. Then I'll tell you the important facts. I was in a situation where I had to make a choice between Claude's life and the information he had. What? Then if Claude is awake, that means... Oi! Lila, are you crazy? God, you gave me a fright. What the hell? That's not like you at all. Of course you should have chosen the information. Why save the likes of... Would you stop speaking in such a threatening manner? I may be a lower form of life to you, but threatening me does not help your authority. I don't expect you to be like Agni, but I would hope we can have a calmer conversation than this.
Chandra's fucking afraid.
Miss Lees. Ah, Priest Sierra, are you okay now? Yes, I woke up just a moment ago, and the first thing I wanted to do was see you.
No, something's dodgy here. You weren't asleep. You were just incapable of communicating. And if Lila's been busy dream tracking Claude the whole time, who's helped you? And what's this little smirk here for? I wonder if it'll amount to anything. Or if it's just me doubting literally every single quality of everyone's character the second they look or, like, exude sus.
That item, where did you get it? Do you need me to answer? Answer me! Try touching it, Claude.
Why? What is it?
Merely touching the item seems to cause no problems.
Were you experimenting on me just now? What if something had happened to me?
It does nothing to Claude. Why are you so wary of it, Chandra? This item is meant for my protection. I will need to think about this. Do not worry, I am your summoner, and a priestess sworn to protect the city. I will not disregard my obligations. And in public, I will show you the necessary respect, as I always have done. But that will be the end of it. Waiting on you while you take a bath is not part of my description as a summoner.
Did I hear that right? You made Lila wait on you while you took a bath?
You! I told you not to use just her name!
You're hardly in a position to hit me for that.
I have seen something similar to this before.
Agni's flames. That pink. Something that is, the flames of paradise. But, effective against sin.
It would be better to ask Agni about this item.
I'm curious too, so please do. Season 3, episode 96. Soul Sevon. I don't know why I do these weird things. This is the way I'm. Scroll. Okay.
Priestess Lila sent this from Ridhall just a moment ago. It's addressed to God Agni or Priestess Brilith. Isn't Priestess Lila able to get here instantly through Chandra? Why is she sending a letter? That's true. Maybe it's not important enough to require Chandra's help.
If she wants Agni to see it, I don't think it's unimportant.
Priestess? Priestess? Huh? Why? I think you need to get some rest. You're working far too much these days.
No, it's fine. If Sierra isn't fit to work,
see? Something is sus up with Sierra right now.
Of course I need to take care of everything. The halves that were in the Chaos Temple are all here now as well. I just hope Priest Sierra recovers soon then.
Priestess?
Yes, I'll go and give Agni this myself. I need to see him as well for something else. She's sleepy, I think. On top of her priestess duties, she has guild work, and it looks like she's making time to read as well. Ever since that incident 7 years ago, she was really working. She's really working to widen her knowledge and stuff, isn't she? A lot of halves that followed her have died during that incident, so... The man who tricked the priestess was to blame, but she probably can't forgive herself for being deceived. It's more than enough to change a person.
Wait, aren't all those books to do with resurrection?
Hey, that's true. Is it bothering her that she was resurrected back then?
No, I suppose. I was once resurrected using Honey Vishnu before the Cataclysm. And the rumors about the spell bothered me for a while. Were you still worried about it years later, like the priestess? No, I felt better after I put my name on the DNR list. I wonder if the priestess has done that yet. Guy named Priestess Brilith? I saw them here with Mr. Kasak and Miss Lees a while ago, but I think they're all out now.
Lees was here?
Yes, why do you ask?
No, it's nothing. Only a few people know about the mission to Conches. Most don't even know Lees ever left. He was back earlier than I thought. Ron the Rakshasa here as well.
Priestess, are you upset about being left out of the meeting when even Lees was present? Huh? No, I wasn't thinking that. We understand, it makes us angry as well, so I can't imagine how bad you feel when you do so much for the city. Ever since the attack and the announcement about the Taraka, it feels like they're not respecting you as they should, Priestess. There's a Calibloom. Why is the Priestess of a Terror acting like she's queen?
She's Agni's summoner.
Why, while you're shunted aside, left with the trivial work. Hey, are you calling my work as a priestess trivial? I'm proud of every bit of work I do for this city. Stop it with the nonsense and focus on your work, guys. Sorry, priestess. No. What I meant is, don't worry about something so unimportant.
It can't be helped. Gods are the strongest beings on this planet, so it's natural that the power structures revolves around them. When two priestesses who summoned gods were named first and second in the magic rankings, no one objected. At the N19 Fighter Championship, I fought Lila in the final. I couldn't deliver the final blow while Chandra was in the audience. That was your chance just now. If you thought you could go easy on me, you made a mistake, Teo.
Hey, Kali, what are you doing? You're of no help, and you're down to rocker making all our believers turn away. Is this blasphemy? I don't give a shit, you psycho god. Why are you leaving your priestess of chaos to seek advice from other gods? I'm gonna leave you and go be a believer in a different temple. It'll be too late for you to regret it then.
What am I doing?
Huh?
That's Sierra. Was he able to walk around on his own?
That guy doing all your work for you because you're sick. You better come thank me first instead of hanging out here with Lees.
He's not hanging out with her, is he?
See, I was right. You're unhurt even though you didn't activate the bracelet. I told you those boots were.
I fucking knew it was Kali. I knew it! I knew it, bro. I fucking knew it. Yeah, see? I even knew these boots would be worth something. There's no way they weren't going to be worth anything. And to be fair, they are great. But why is it that they don't think they're a god level item? I wonder if it is timey-wimey shit that is causing it, you know? I'd suspect it's the timey-wimey influence. Also, I've just realized we've hit an hour. We'll do this one, and then if I'm particularly tantalized, I will do another one. A weird phrasing.
Brilith told you that it wasn't a god level item? That's correct, in the literal sense. Miss Lees, did the divinity who gave you the item say it was a god level item?
Oh, maybe it's...
Oh, that's...
Okay, maybe it isn't Kali. Hold on.
She didn't say god level item, but she said God Kubera used the item in the old universe. If it's a god item which existed back then, of course. Really, if I were creating the universe, I wouldn't model it after the old universe that was just destroyed, because it would just fail in the same way. Do you mean that Kubera may not have been a god in the previous universe? Perhaps, or perhaps there was no such thing as a god level item, or perhaps the concept of a god didn't exist in the first place. The creatures that have great power and influence in the current universe may not actually be worth much. Gods, Nastika, they may just be souls that drew lucky straws at the beginning of the universe. The only real souls are those that can cross over to the next universe, or the souls that hang desperately on this universe are equally insignificant.
Season 3, episode 97, Soul 8.
You're not Sierra, are you? That hurts! That's a little hurtful, Miss Lees. Who else would tell you all of this out of concern for your welfare? Don't go doubting on one of the few people on your side. Listen, you need to know this. How far I went because of that experiment, and what I saw there. Priest Sierra chose his humanity over silent magic. He would never deride those who are trying to protect the universe.
Yes, your acting really isn't up to par today.
Ah, Agni, I thought you were with Priestess Brilith.
If I had to go, I would have taken you with me. Of course, I wouldn't leave you alone and vulnerable. See, they're upon you as soon as I hide my presence. Sierra, perhaps your senses are blunted by possessing this human body.
I don't know what you're talking about, God Agni. I'm not possessed by anyone. I am Sierra himself.
Shameless. If you're gonna say that, show me your mind, not the blood and screams clouding it.
Ah, this is just because I'm worried. I learned too much from the node of Taraka. About Brilith's impending death, for example.
No. She's in a stable state. Her vigor is high, and there's no danger. It's a lie. I can't let myself be deceived.
Of course, she'll seem normal now. She has no idea what danger is approaching. She really should go and protect herself. Yes, please, go, Agni. It would be better to check on her, just in case.
No, I'm not gonna believe him. He's making it up.
Ah, what a shame. You won't be able to protect her this time, either. She dies in 30, 29, 28. Agni, just go! Just take me as well, it doesn't matter!
Wait there. Don't move.
Paradis Fleur. He isn't thinking for a moment that I might be the real Sierra. He thought this would work on me. You've become a real mess, Agni. If you want to cross over to the next universe again, you'll need to try much harder. Rinhalo, Lila Hemwadi. Oh, who's been careless enough to drop such important documents? Why don't you come down and fetch this, Teo?
What the fuck has he seen? What in God's name has happened? Because it clearly is. Because it's either that or it's... There's no way there's a Taraka that hasn't, you know, done wrong, that Paradisal Flame wouldn't work. That they'd be able to just dispel it like that.
Thanks for helping, Brilith. Not at all. Thank you for all the work you've done. For all the work you're doing when it's not even your city.
What do you mean? It's not your city either. Oh, it's fucking Miha. Yeah.
El Plateau is relatively safe from Taraka attacks.
Hiccups begun! See, it works, probably. I don't know. No, it doesn't.
El Plateau is relatively safe from Taraka attacks. My powers are needed here. We can't ask the gods to take care of such small tasks like searching for missing people outside the city. True. Priestess Brilith! Look around you! You might be in danger! Agni? Please. We already took care of the Taraka in the area. What do you mean by danger?
That looks like danger. Yeah, it kind of looks like an Indra spell. Just saying. Looks a bit Indra-esque, if you ask me. But, I think we'll leave that there. Yes, that's where we should leave it for today. That has left me relatively satisfied and hungry for more. But, I will wait. Give myself a nice, introduction next time. But anyway, with that all said and done, I hope you've all enjoyed. I've been Animosity, you have been you, and time for another video. Ta-ta. Bye now.